You wake up in the middle of an incredible dream. Something vivid, something strange. Maybe you were flying. Maybe you were somewhere impossible, a house that doesn't exist, a conversation with someone who died years ago, a story with a plot more complex than most films. For a few seconds, it's all still there. Crystal clear. You can feel it. And then you reach for your phone. By the time you've checked the time, it's gone. Not faded. Gone. You're left with a feeling something happened, something mattered but the actual content has slipped through your fingers like water. This isn't a memory problem. This is something your brain does on purpose, every single night, to every single person, and the reason why is one of the strangest design choices in human biology. Here's the strange part first. While you're dreaming, your brain is incredibly active. During REM sleep, the stage where most vivid dreaming happens, brain activity looks almost identical to being awake. Neuroscientist Matthew Walker at UC Berkeley has spent years studying this, and his research shows that during REM sleep, your prefrontal cortex, your emotional centers, your visual processing, all of it lights up. You are, in every measurable sense, having a real experience. So why can't you remember it? The answer lies in a tiny structure called the hippocampus. This is your brain's filing system, the part responsible for taking short-term experiences and converting them into long-term memories. And here's the critical detail. During REM sleep, the hippocampus essentially goes offline for that job. Researcher Robert Stickgold at Harvard Medical School has shown that the chemical environment of your brain during REM sleep is fundamentally hostile to memory formation. Levels of a chemical called norepinephrine, which is essential for laying down new memories, drop to almost zero. In other words, your brain is having the experience. It's just not writing it down. Think about what that actually means. Your dream isn't disappearing because it was unimportant. It's disappearing because the part of your brain that saves things was never turned on in the first place, and there's a reason for that. A really good one. Imagine if you remembered every dream as vividly as real memories. Every night, you'd add hours of bizarre, impossible, emotionally intense experiences to your memory bank, conversations that never happened, places that don't exist, people doing things they would never do. Over years, your brain would be flooded with memories that are indistinguishable from reality but completely false. Some researchers believe this is exactly why the system evolved this way. Dreaming, particularly REM sleep, appears to serve a kind of emotional processing function, sorting through the day's experiences, weakening unnecessary emotional charges, helping you process difficult feelings. But the actual narrative content, the bizarre stories your brain constructs, may just be a byproduct. Visual static of a brain doing maintenance work. You don't need to remember the noise. You just need the maintenance to happen. But here's where it gets even more interesting. A hard cutoff, it's a race. The moment you wake up, your hippocampus starts coming back online. For a brief window, the memory of your dream exists in a kind of limbo, held in short-term storage, but with no commitment to save it permanently. If you do nothing, that temporary storage gets overwritten almost immediately by the flood of real-world sensory information rushing in. The light in your room. The sound of your alarm. The feeling of your sheets. This is why dream journals work. The moment you wake up, before you move, before you check your phone, before you let real-world input flood in, if you stay still and try to recall the dream, you give your hippocampus just enough time to grab onto it and convert it into something more permanent. Researchers studying dream recall have found that people who write down dreams immediately upon waking remember dramatically more detail than those who wait even a few minutes. It's a narrow window, but it's real. There's something almost poetic about this. Every single night, your brain generates an entire universe, characters, places, emotions, entire storylines, full experiences that feel completely real while they're happening. And then, by design, it lets almost all of it disappear forever. Not because it failed. Because that was the plan all along. You are, every night, the only audience for a film that will never be shown again. No recording. No backup. Just you, in the moment, and then nothing. And yet some tiny fragment usually survives. A feeling. An image. A sense that something happened, even if you can't say what. That fragment is the only proof that, for a few hours last night, your brain built an entire world just for you, lived in it completely, and then quietly took it apart before you even opened your eyes. The next time you wake up holding onto the last pieces of a dream, don't rush to grab your phone. Lie still for just a moment. You might be the only person who will ever know what happened in that world, and right now, you have maybe 90 seconds left to remember it.